all of the things that they do is systematically designed to keep us in our center vision. The way we look at the world is only but one way of the infinite different ways we can be looking at the world. So ladies and gentlemen, these aliens literally designed a world where you are forced to always make use of your central vision. Now, it's funny how everything connects. It's just so funny. But just like I said, how our egos represent less than 1% of our overall mind. Ladies and gentlemen, our center vision represents less than 1% of the overall functions of our eyes, okay? So just to break it down in a way that everybody can understand it, this is basically the eye, all right? This is the eyes, okay? And all this is a circle, all right? And what I would like everybody to know now is that right now, existing within this moment, there are infinite, I'm talking about infinite different universes right now that are coming from our subconscious mind, okay? This is our subconscious mind. There are infinite different realities that are being sourced and that are coming from our subconscious minds. And the original function of the eyes is to be used as an antenna to tune in to these different frequencies, or to tune in into these different realities or dimensions. Let's just say that this circle has infinite sides, okay? This circle is infinity, and there's just infinite different places for you to tune into, okay? Now guys, the split that I have been talking about in this video literally is just like this, okay? It only represents less than 1% of all of the different functions and all of the different realities your eyes can be exposed to. So we're just going to draw it just like this, just a line, okay? That line is the split. This is the way that, this is where humans are tuned into. They're tuned into this sector of energy, and within this sector of energy, the eyes are being used to create forms, to separate things, to distinguish phenomena, distinguish what you're looking at. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we need to realize the reason why society is so focused on forcing humans to only see life in this manner, to only use but a small portion of their eye functions, is literally because if we choose to see the world in any other way, we are literally accessing our subconscious minds. They are trying to design a world where it is impossible for humans to access their subconscious minds. And the only way they can do this is by forcing an unnatural center vision on everybody. In order to limit an infinite being, in order to stop them from accessing their infinite power, and this power literally comes from our bodies, it comes from our subconscious minds, you have to give these beings egos. It is the only way to limit
infinite beings.
They do not want people to realize there are infinite different ways of viewing the world. There are infinite different ways of using our eyes, because they know once we begin to use our eyes in different ways, we will start to tap into hidden potential, which represents the subconscious minds. We will begin to tap into our subconscious minds, and they do not want that. They do not want human beings to be exposed to themselves. They do not want human beings to know the truth, to wake up from their amnesia, to realize that they have been replaced by beta waves, to realize aliens have taken over. They do not want us to realize that. So they force us to only see the world in one way, and that's to avoid any type of subconscious connection or influence.
And let's remember, nothing is as it appears. We limit ourselves because we can no longer see the world properly. If we're going by sight alone, everything has to be labeled. Everything has to be given meaning. Everything has to be differentiated, and that alone is illusions. So through living life through sight, we give our bodies a false perception of the world no matter what we're doing. And depending on how truthful that perception is, it will have a limit on the body, okay? A quick example is this. Somebody, through all of their conditioning, through all of what they've been taught, they might come to believe that they're incapable of climbing a tree, okay? Each time that they look at a tree, they'll just look at the forms of the tree, they'll look at the branches, and then they'll just think to themselves, oh man, I can never climb that. Whether they know it or not, the body already knows how it can climb the tree. It already knows that the person is able to climb the tree. The body already knows that the power is there. All you have to do is connect with the subconscious mind, and anything that you're trying to do, it will help you do it because it knows how to do it. It's connected to all things. They want to give our perceptions all types of rules, all types of beliefs, all types of opinions, all types of measurements, all types of limitations, you know? And all of this is done so that instead of us to fall back into the unlimited energy source known as the body, the subconscious mind, we are instead limiting ourselves by looking at what we're trying to do and going based on our beliefs and our perceptions and our opinions about it. Yeah, so literally all of these agendas is done to give us a thinking problem. They literally want us to form perceptions that cause us to always constantly be thinking. That's it. That's all they want. In order for them to control our bodies, they literally have to put us in a position where before every action, we're thinking. Instead, the human body is supposed to operate from the subconscious mind. There is no space to think. There is no space to formulate perceptions, to formulate calculations and measurements and all types of bullshit. You just do. You're just in the now. All of this stuff, school, TV, media, all of the crap that they give humans are literally designed to force us to think before we do. And that gives us instant limitation. We literally have a thinking problem. We think at times where there's no requirement to think, you know? We think when we don't need to. And because of this thinking, we are causing a block from our subconscious from taking over our bodies.
Now guys, we need to realize that the eyes have different ways, different styles of looking at the world. And the way that the eyes is designed to change its style of viewing the world based on what type of activity you might be doing, okay? There are infinite different ways for us to use our eyes depending on what kind of function we're trying to get out of it. And they do not want us to learn all of the different ways of using our eyes, because once we learn how to use our eyes, this split will be irrelevant. We'll be using all of the infinite different channels that have been hidden from us. So a lot of times people subconsciously find a way to negate this influence, this split in our vision, okay? When people want to tap into their subconscious minds, they naturally close their eyes. They naturally stop that vision, our center vision, from dominating our eyes. And just by closing your eyes, a lot of people tend to say that their body took over. They was able to do things that they wouldn't normally be able to do because their eyes was closed and so forth.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I started this video on this note. I told y'all that we have been studied and these aliens has found a way to access consciousness directly. And you know who consciousness is, guys. We are consciousness. Now, guys, this is something that I would like everybody to realize now, okay? And this is one of the ways that they're able to even access us. And the thing I would like y'all to know is this. At the center of all perceptions, okay, no matter what way that you use your eyes, at the very core of whatever you're perceiving, that's where consciousness is, guys. And any particular time that we look at something, at the very core, there you are. That's where your energy is. That's where consciousness is. Now, in order to access consciousness, they have to find a way for humans to constantly shoot consciousness out their eyes. And as you know by now, the only way that your body can shoot consciousness out your eye is when you're making use of your conscious vision, when you're making use of your central vision. That is the only time your consciousness is shooting out your eyes. So basically, guys, anytime that you're trying to extend your will out to matter, I don't care what type of whatever it might be, okay, in order to have consciousness be engaged in whatever you're doing, you have to shoot consciousness out your eyes, and the only way to do that is by centering your vision. So ask yourself right now, where does your awareness go when you're not focused on anything in particular?